It's time for the entertainment news. We start off with this one piece. Anyiam Osigwe advises cinema filmmakers. Yes, the founder of African Movie Academy Awards, AMAA piece, Anyiam Osigwe, has shared her thoughts as she regards how cinema filmmakers can grow their cinema audience. She did this via her Twitter page, where she hinted about the divide between the makers of Asaba movies and their cinema filmmaking counterparts. She wrote, and I quote, "Our core audience have not been converted to cinema goers. It will take the understanding of the influence of the business model of the Asaba, Alaba, Upper Iweka Road, 1 Pound Road, Aba, and Idumota mixed theory and practice. We might finally get it right at Africa Met." The filmmaker also wrote, "To create the audience across Africa that will sell your films, ignore Asaba stars at your peril. We need to work in balance. If only the marketers had listened to at Africa Met in 2005 when he flew all the way from New York to Upper Iweka, get up an online catalog." So she wrapped that one up.
Yeah, so I mean, there's no lie here. Well, I definitely agree with what she was saying in terms of the fact that I think we've even talked about it on this couch before. I think Arike was making a
joke
point.
with them.
Yeah, and then Arike was making a point about how people tend to think, oh, the cinema goers are like the huge percentage, whereas it's only a tiny percentage of people that are, you know, going to the cinema to watch cinema movies and all that. And so we can't neglect the fact, even when I think about like my friends abroad who love Nigerian movies, who are not Nigerian, it's the Asaba in quotes movies that they love. I kid you not, them when Aki and Papa were a thing, when like all those movies in the village in quotes, all those King and I and all those things. And so we definitely can't neglect that. And I think it might be a bit elitist or uppity to act like, or bougie to act like, oh please, Asaba guys, please, cinema is raining now. Because let's be honest, some of the movies that are even making it to the cinemas are not even that fantastic, if we're being honest with ourselves. So let's not act like one is better than the other. We helped ourselves get to this point. It's Nollywood together. It is our own.
You were even the one that pointed me to the fact that most of these people that we do not see on the regular, and when we watch all these cinema movies, that they have millions of followers, all those Asaba movie makers, and of course the actresses and the rest. But I'm just thinking, is it that we should bring most of these characters into the movies that we put out in the cinemas now? Because I saw one of them in the new Merriman, and I'm like, what is she doing here?
Who was it? Regina Daniels?
Somebody.
Who, and she was actually all right in that film. Like
I did not call name.
But so when I saw her in the film, I was like, because I know it's Regina Daniels, I was like, behave yourself. But when I saw her, I was like, okay. But she actually did an all right job, even though, you know, it was a tiny role and stuff. But I feel like maybe, I don't know if that fixes the problem. I don't know if putting them in those movies, maybe that helps. But then even Yoruba Nollywood have complained so long about how there's that divide and all that. So I think Asaba or Yoruba or this and that, I think just working together and knowing that Nollywood isn't just one side, it's everything together. The Asaba guys paved the way for what we have now, to be honest. A lot of the guys that are popping now watched those Asaba movies growing up. So I think just take everything together and say it is our Nollywood together.
Okay, quick one before we go to the next news. Dear movie makers, we've seen Netflix original for South Africa. Yes, we're still keeping our fingers crossed as regards the ones you guys will shoot for Nigeria.
But they did Lionheart now. Lionheart was the Netflix original.
It's not sponsored by Netflix itself.
Oh,
so
but they
South Africans, they've done like three sponsored by that streaming platform. So please, dear Nigerian filmmakers, don't do action. No. Let's just do village setting for our Netflix original. I'm done.
Why are you saying they should not do action? Is it because you recently watched an action film? Because a Nollywood action film?
We might not get it.
That wasn't great?
No, leave me.
Okay, all right.